Yep. Audio on. We're up and running. Nobody here, just me. Okay, we have a ton of stuff to do this morning. A lot of mixed jobs today. There's no carving this morning. Good morning. No carving this morning. Today's going to mostly be checking prints. Over the past couple of days, over the weekend, the printers have given me a ton of stuff. It's all waiting to be checked and sent through for shipping. So that's mostly today's job. I'm going to be a bit of embossing, but first thing, what will be happening upstairs today is the test printing of the new gift print. I won't be doing that. It's going to be happening this morning. Sugi-san's coming. I prepared paper for her last night, and she will be testing it this morning. I'm going to go up there, of course, and have a look. And I took a proof last night. This is the key block, and I pulled a proof. We took a proof last week, right? Remember, we sent one to somebody. I forget what that was all about. But after fiddling around and doing more carving and more testing and more whatever, I took a quick little proof last night, and she's come out okay. This is rough. You can see we've got roughness in here. This is the idea. This is all the scratch carving up in the hair. And here's the scale. I mean, that's my finger. This is looking kind of nice. Those of you here last week, we know that there's one line missing on the chrysanthemum here that's gone forever. There's no tamari here, there's just blots. I know I did this just roughly, just grabbed it there and threw some water. So it's just leftover water. And it's looking good. It's looking good. Sugi-san saw this yesterday, and she's like, Dave, oh my God. Because what she's worried about are places like this. There's a line here, this line. This area of the print is her under kimono. This will be in pink, these two places here. And this place will be the kimono color. So what I'm getting at is this line is actually a division line between color A and color B. And the thinner those division lines are, that's your registration margin for error. In the print party room, we prepare prints with good fat lines so that when the people move the paper a little bit left or a little bit right, the joints are covered by the lines. But when your division lines are as thin as they are here, it means there's just no margin for error. So the registration on this one has to be, in a word, exact. And it's not just there. It's, the kimono color around her hand, everywhere. There's simply no room for error whatsoever. So what we did was last night, she's going to do test printing today, but last night I prepared her paper. I cut it, trimmed it, and I put it through our press. And every single sheet of paper that we're going to use for this print is going to be run through our etching press. Very tight pressure. And it's going to be calendared smooth, and flat. So that when she's printing this, she can use a minimum of pigment. On goes the paper, and she will just kiss it. Just kiss it with the barrel. There's going to be no goo. This one's going to be fun. We'll see. Let's get on with my own work. That's waiting for her upstairs. My own work this morning, as I said, it's checking prints, testing prints. And I got a batch. Let's get this crap out of the way. I got a batch of prints from Yamamoto-san. He's the printer who came to us from Adachi some years ago. Three years ago, I can't remember exactly. He's been doing a really good job. He doesn't work here at the place. He works at home. Free, happy life. But he's been doing a bunch of stuff for us. Just last night, in came this group. It's a new batch of the Serpent Strikes. And they are looking very nice. He called me a couple of days ago. He said, I'm almost ready, but man, I'm in a rush. He was going out for a couple of days. So he finished them, threw them in his drying boards, but he was going to be going away for a couple of days. So he had a real dilemma. They weren't quite dry yet, but he didn't want to wait 2 more days to send them to me. So he called me up and said, look, they're going to be a bit damp. Can I send them over? I said, yes, whatever. So they came in last night and they were too damp. So I put them up in the press upstairs. Not the press, but the drying boards upstairs. So they're right now, they're in a random order. They came out of there. So my job this morning, I have to emboss the name, the carver's name and printer's name. And we don't have a board. This particular combination hasn't been used before. I have boards here for this. This is Bo and Yamamoto, but this particular one was carved by Kawasaki-san. So we have to make a new embossing board for this one today, here this morning. So for those of you who have seen these before, what we have here, let me zoom in a bit on this. Oh, Suga-san, good morning. Okay, just a little bit of a sidetrack here. Suga-san, hello. Okay, 紙が上でプレス、ぐるっと、それから示して入れてるんです。
ありがとうございます。
ですが、ちょっと持ってきてください。向こうにあるキクの香り。ものを作った時、僕がプレス使ったんですが、示した後
だった。
そうすると本当にパリパリスムーズになるんですね。
示した後にプレス。
今回は昨日の夜プレス入れて、その後に示した。だから紙がちょっと戻ったかもしれない。だからしょうがない。今回はその時間使ったんです。
とりあえずじゃあそれでわかりました。
でも本釣りになると。どっちかいいかどっちかいいか
分かんないけどね。とりあえずじゃあ今日はそれで試してみて。それ痛い。
ちょっと来てください。わかりまじゃあこの見本ないでしょ。
ないね。
じゃあ
どうしよう。じゃあ写真撮る。
写真かウェブにもありますけど、でも本当にこれ26回すりですから、この数がないよ。でも大体だから例えば今ライラックでしょ。2色薄いと濃い。これを1回ですね、着物。
1回、
この今の白いと塗ってあるところがないです。
ないね。
このグリーン、この色もないです。さっき話した花の黄色と一緒になる。
なってるのね。
この花も当てな人いないんですが、じゃあ一緒かどうかわからない。
分けてするか。
赤も本当にぼかしかどうか。それで先日話したこの丸の中の点でしょ。
それが取ったの？オッケー。
わかりました。これから青山さんが半分にカットして。
カットして。
それから バッグ、裏の。
ああ、バッグのぼかしですね。
だからぼかしと花の中の点
はいはいはい。
と花の色、袴、
はい。
薄い何でもいいんですが、
そこね。はいはいはい。
と椅子、と着物と何ていうの、襟というの。
襟、ここね、あれね。これぼかすんですよね。でも、
と頭は薄グレー、そのまま。
そのままとぼかし。
指か綿棒
かね、なんかね。じゃあこれ、じゃあ明るいところで撮ってこう写真。
Go on, excuse me, just a minute. Gotta get her on the way here. I did decide to do with the central flowers. You know, there could only possibly be one answer. I carved a block for it last night. There's only one possible answer. Cut this a bit. This isn't all been cleaned up. She's doing test printing, but none of these edges have been cleaned up yet. So.まだ全然掃除してないですから。何風？
くしゃみが出た急に風じゃないけど。
今何？かわいい。
いや。
かわいいすぐさんですね。
一回しか出ないから風じゃないと思うけど。ありがとうございます。
いいですか？
じゃあそれで試して2枚ですね。
と
大事なおも
は。おもはの裏にグリーン。
グリーンね。
全然片付けてないでしょ。
やる。
グリーンはつげ。
グリーンつげにしたんだ。
だからこの板は本当によく悪いです。このような細かいものあるともう全然。次はちょっとすりにくいですけど、ベッドがないでしょ。That's okay。これからもっとやる。そっか。もう一つ。彼女のリボンもありますね。
リボン？どこ？
頭の裏。だから必要あるかないかわからない。今ブルーですね。掘ったんですが、
一応ね、分かった。じゃあそれもちょっとやってみます。わかりました。
気をつけてください。そう最後に。今昨日つげでつげじゃなくてガンピでちょっとキス。これ今の
綺麗。細かいね。
細かい。だから昨日話した一番弱いバレンキスだけ。キスグー一緒ないです。
ないね。すごい細い、綺麗、めっちゃ綺麗。
じゃあこれ楽しい。
はいありがとうございます。細いね。いや髪の毛たまるなこれ。
だからこうクシコシでしょ。
ちょっとねじゃあ取ってわかりました。
Don't drop this. Are you okay?
はい、OK。
持ち物多い？
大丈夫です。はい。
ドラ。
大丈夫です。
Please be careful. Be careful.
はい。気をつけます。じゃあまた後で。
Okay. Thank you.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Don't drop it. Okay, sorry again, excuse me. Excuse me. What was I doing? Yes, where is it? I was explaining we have these embossing blocks. They're not blocks, they're things. They're polymer plates. You can see it somewhere. Polymer plates. Get the light right. Can't get it, don't worry about it. So that's one with my name, David Ball, and Yamamoto-kun, the printer who did this. But this set of blocks was not carved by me. Here it is. It was carved by Kawasaki-san. So we need to put this in place here. We'll do that with double-sided tape. Oh, gee. I dropped it under my feet. It's under here somewhere now. It stuck to the edge of my finger, it had a bit of tape on it, and it went right down under my feet. See you later. That's going to be a job to get that out of there. Oh. Oh, I found it right away. Got lucky. Yatta. Yatta. I get the feeling it's going to be one of those days. One of those days. Now positioning. Let's get a print. I think that should do it. Now, what we're going to do here is we have a moist pad. I'll need an in tray and an out tray. Let's do this. I can use that over here. I can be the out tray. Prints will go here. Rubbing will go there. Moisture will be here. Barren is there. Okay, let's do this thing. Because the paper is dry, it's funny, if I had done this last night it would have been better because the paper was still moist, but I had no choice. So the paper now is dry. So you can't do a really good embossing on dry paper. So what we do with these things is we're going to moisten up just that corner. Got a bit of paper towel rag here. Paper towels we get from Canada, funny. They don't sell these here in Japan. Scott Workshop towels. I know it's not upside down. It says Hori Kawasaki Suri Yamamoto Shun. It's correct. Double check. Measure once. It's fine. A test print. He gave me some. There's some bad ones in there. Not bad ones. I mean some rejects. So it's fine to reject here. They're all random as they came out of the drying boards. I know there's a reject or two in here. Yeah. Bingo. Okay, let's do this thing. I'll show it to you as we get going. Let's try and show this. If I put the light on, it's going to be too bright maybe. Yeah, we can see this nicely. Look at that. There we go. So here's what we're doing today, this morning. And it says, in Japanese, of course, hori, carving, Kawasaki, suri, Yamamoto, shun. I see we got them mixed up here. The printer gets his full name, carver gets only the partial name. I don't know why it's looking like that. And the prince, he's done such a nice job. Did we see the same thing? I should just get a tape recording. They've done such a nice job. Here's our hero. I mean, it's fun design. People see this in the store, they go, oh my God. Well, this is not ready to go out to the customers because there's one more important step that has to go. We've now finished making the thing. We've carved this, we've printed it, we've embossed it. This package is going to go to Jed. The whole stack of prints, bang, it goes over to Jed. He signs each one and he puts his seal somewhere. I guess on this one it'll go probably somewhere up here. I don't remember. They'll get signed and sealed by Jed. And then he's the one. If you order these online, they come to you from Jed. We don't ship these online ourselves at all. We have some in the shop, but Jed's the man to get these from. So this whole batch is going to be going over to him later this afternoon, I guess. Absolutely. All right, let's get going. I am talking too much and not getting enough done. We have some interesting stuff to show this morning. It's a show and tell of a type that you've never seen before and will never see again. Well, you will when the next one gets published, but Cameron will be here, and we'll wait till Cameron gets here to talk about it, but there is a really cool show and tell. Although to tell you the truth, some of you are going to say, what? When you see this thing. What was that all about? Did you see something I didn't see? It's not garbage day today. Garbage day is tomorrow. Oh, it maybe is garbage day. Yeah. Crap, I forgot again. I was supposed to put some stuff out. There's once a month, there's a pickup. It's probably like the second Monday each month or something like this. I forget what it is. There's a pickup for like empty paint cans and broken umbrellas and whatever the stuff you just can't get rid of in your normal garbage. That's probably what that was today. It's around 8:30. Crap, the girls wanted me to put that out. It's been building up. I forget every month. There's a bag of that stuff building up. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. and I have missed it again. How can I remember when it's only once a month? What do you think I am? It should have gone out last night. First Monday, I guess, is the 7th, right? It's okay, first Monday. I don't know because I don't remember the thing. But yeah, it's probably the first Monday. When Cameron gets here, I haven't talked about it yet, please remind me. Yamamoto-san has to get paid for this today. And Cameron hasn't seen these. They came in over the weekend, so he hasn't seen them. So we need to get a check off to Yamamoto-san. Not a check, a deposit. I won't have to remind him about the show and tell because it's sitting right in front of his computer here. The computer. He will see this. So he knows about the show and tell. But please remind him to pay Yamamoto-san. Of all the different people that get paid for a print like this, you know, the paper maker, we buy the paper from him, Jed gets a royalty, this and that, all the different pieces that go. Kawasaki-san also gets a royalty for the carving. We do this a different way. Other workshops just pay the carvers for the single batch of blocks and away they go. But we pay an ongoing royalty for all of these things. So now that another batch of whatever they are, 80 sheets or so, has been finished, Kawasaki-san will get a royalty for this. Oh, the person who gets the single biggest piece of any one of these prints is the printer. The printer is the best paid person, even more than Jed. He gets well, I'm not sure actually. Jed is in here twice. I know. He's in here as a royalty, but he's also the dealer. He publishes these things and sells them. So he's got his finger twice in the pie. And then probably the next, not probably, certainly, the next is the printer. He's the next best person paid for this. And then the carver, and then the rest is general revenue. Paying for the paper, the rent, you know, whatever. Yamamoto-san is part of the show and tell. So Yamamoto-san, you're going to meet him here today twice. We're meeting him once here on this print, and the show and tell is also printed by Yamamoto-san. What Dave gets is the leftover, and we're doing okay. Because of the structure of our business as what's called a Kojin Jigyo, proprietorship, I don't actually receive a specific amount. I don't get paid. There's no salary for me or whatever. That's not crying the blues, because the other end of the stick is I get everything. All the revenue. Our revenue last year was, what was it? On a Nanasen Man. 700,000 in US dollars, roughly $700,000 was our revenue last year. And from the tax agency's point of view here, that's my personal income. So Dave here has a personal income of $700,000 last year, according to the tax agency. Of course, that's not personal income, that's actually income from the business. And then I hire all the staff, you know, pay the bills, do everything, so of course. But it's funny, from the point of view of the tax people, yeah, that's my personal income. And we're getting close this year. We're not going to make $1 million this year because we had quite a slump in the summer. The documentary movie last year gave us a big boost, and it didn't continue this year, of course. But if our sales growth had continued unchanged, we would have cracked just over $1 million in revenue this year. And again, because it's a Kojin Jigyo personal business, the tax company looks at me and says, there, that's a nice revenue. That's your income of $1 million. And of course, I deduct against it everything else that goes on here. Which takes most of it, nearly all of it. We're going to have more news about that coming up over the next month. We've nibbled about this before. I am changing this now to a company. We're incorporating as a corporation. between here and the end of the year. So when we open up January 1st, we will be Mokohankan, the company Mokohankan. And I will then actually be paid. I will draw then each month some kind of payment from this place. And the reason we're doing this is a few things. One is liability. I'm personally liable for everything now here. And when it's a company, that removes some personal liability for me if there's accidents and things here. But the biggest problem is taxes. Because I'm taxed as a person, the amount of tax we pay is much, much, much higher than if it was a company. You know, my health insurance, for example, it's a floating rate you pay depending on your income. And this year, because my income, $1 million Dave, is so high, my health insurance costs are staggeringly high this year. But if the revenue was the company's revenue, it doesn't affect my personal health insurance at all, because that's based on my own personal income. So anyway, we're becoming a company over the next couple of months. These are looking good. For those again who don't know how this works, the point being here, these are all exactly the same. Exactly the same. Variation is death. Yamamoto-san's job is to produce the exact same thing again and again and again. When we are test printing, as example today, Suga-san is test printing upstairs. There's room for experimentation, variation, trying different things. Let's try this tone to this thing. But once the decision has been made, she and I will be sitting up there this afternoon saying, okay, that's a nice row of 8 prints, let's do this. Let's take the kimono color from that one, blah, blah, from this one, blah, blah, from this one. We will decide what to do, and at that point it's nailed down. And the printers then have no freedom of choice whatsoever. Their job is to print. He's early this morning. Cameron-san, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Yay!
Yes, it's the show and tell. It's the show and tell. So. I saved it. Well, no, I haven't done it yet. I haven't shown it yet. This is Yamamoto-san is getting double punch today. This is printed by Yamamoto-san.
Yes.
And he's also going to appear in the show and tell.
Got it. Well, I was excited about this one because it's been.
I'm excited about both of them. Okay,
well, yeah,
you're going to take over here?
Cool.
What are we going to do here? So we'll cut down that camera just a sec here. Cut off the FaceTime camera, take this camera. I still get confused about where to do this. You okay?
I think so.
Good morning,
Fall
everyone.
off the...
Morning.
How's your weekend?
It was good. What did we do?
You said, what should I say? I'm not sure what to say.
Remember.
Can't remember. Tell me about it. Kevin was up for the weekend, you can't remember. You get these guys spend the weekend.
Partying with the 2-year-old. Thanks, Vivid KB. They said, remember to pay Yamamoto-san, Cameron.
Yes. Okay, yes. Where did you get that idea? No, really, because I've gone already, so absolutely.
Okay.
We need to pay him for this one, but not for that one.
Not that one, until they sell. Well, I guess it still doesn't go directly to him because he's been paid as...
So. He will get paid, of course, or has been paid. Oh, no, as we speak, Cameron, Suga-san is doing test printing on the gift prints.
Oh, really? All right,
yes,
it's finished.
Yes, it's all done. Well, the carving is finished.
Right, the carving's finished, yeah.
And we have a
A test run of it?
what did I do with it?
Have we already shown it off?
No, we were showing it off here. Yeah, it's underneath here.
Okay.
Not a test run, a proof of the key block.
Yeah, proof. Okay. Oh, of only the key block.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow. He just says, "Oh, cool." I mean, it's the most magnificent thing that's been created in the past century. No.
No, it looks like a lot of things have been
It came through.
thinned out.
Came
and
through.
it's
So I shaved
beautiful.
it up. Yeah, I spent last
Yeah.
night. I know, not last night. 2 nights ago. When was the rugby with Samoa?
I don't know. Friday night, I think, but I don't know.
No, Saturday night.
Saturday
Saturday night.
night,
So, and the game was late, so the shop was still open, but the staff had all gone home. So I just sat here listening to the rugby on BBC.
Nice.
Human beings smashing each other into smithereens.
Yep.
And I sharpened my knife up, and I did the final. I just went through all the lines, touching up, cleaning up,
Yeah.
cleaning up. And we talked before about the kasure, the scratch carving.
Right.
That I was going to carve this first, test print it first, and then do the scratch carving.
Yeah.
The hair is okay, but I left off. I didn't do the scratch carving on the kimono lines.
Okay.
It just doesn't make any sense. On the original, these lines are fat enough, they're brushed enough.
Yeah.
Well, these ones, they're so delicate and so fine. To scratch them up, you can't see scratch inside the lines. It just becomes a broken, worn out. So I didn't do scratch carving on the fabric lines.
Got it.
There's only scratch buried in her hair. Here.
Nice. Cool.
So for those who were disappointed, they were expecting a master class in kasure body. It's not going to happen. Not at that scale. But she's test printing today. And also Fabiola-san last night finally finished her set of blocks.
All right.
I was getting upset, not upset, but I was getting worried about it. She's here for 4 weeks altogether. 3 weeks are now passed and she hasn't started printing it. I warned her about this at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You can carve at home in Zaragoza. What you can't do back there is print. You know what I mean? You know, with advice and people watching it.
Yeah. Which is why I think she took a short break and practiced with some other blocks.
Yeah, the last week.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, she starts work today. So.
On her own block set too.
Yeah. Cool. So there's lots of stuff to take pictures of together there.
Yeah. Quoting Gum says, "Oh, bummer about the printing on here. Unsubscribe."
Oh, the scratch carving.
Yeah, the scratch carving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Next.
See you later.
It's funny, we were talking about this, the fine lines and blah, blah, blah. And Kashiwagi-san was here yesterday. He brought the show and tell stuff over. And he was chatting with Kawai-san. They have the Kenshuka, whatever, the study meeting.
Yeah.
It's today or tomorrow or something coming up this week. Printers in town are all going to go over there to watch him explain how to do this and blah, blah,
Cool.
blah. I don't guess the carvers aren't going. I don't know. Nobody, we haven't been invited
Yeah.
whatever. So. But he was talking about it. And Kawai-san, knowing what we can do here, asked him about how many, inside 1 millimeter, how far can you break it down?
Yeah.
And he said 4. Inside a millimeter, I can give you 4 lines.
Wow.
And Kawai-san looked at me, and I'm like, it's okay, I'm not going to say anything. It's not my business. I'm just an observer here. So Kawai-san walks over to our Mystique series folder and brings back the other one.
Yes.
And he looks at me, and I said 7.
Yeah.
And they got the ruler out, and there's mine 7. And Kashiwagi-san says, it ain't gonna happen. I can't do that.
I can't do it.
I can't. No. It's a question of the fire.
Yeah.
So far, at least in that one thing, my job is secure.
Yeah. So KP says, there was a question about how much time it took for the print you are embossing. We don't know how much time Jed's design took, but how long for printing or carving? Any ideas?
No idea. I'm sorry. It's a meaningless thing to say. I don't really know at all. I really don't know. If I were doing this all by myself, instead of
and had no other jobs to do.
If I was just a carver in my own workshop, unbothered, doing a normal 8-hour day or whatever, a set of blocks like this would take me a bit over a week, maybe 2 weeks. There's a fair amount of calligraphy. There's a lot of scratch, small kimono patterns. 10 days to 2 weeks for me for a set of blocks of this size, of this. This is about, 6 pieces of wood, both sides.
Yeah.
Peaceful, quiet work, somewhere around 2 weeks maybe. I'm sorry to be vague, I just, it's vague.
Yeah.
Well, the easy way to do it is when I was doing the Surimono albums.
Yeah.
I made the albums, 10 prints in each album. They were really super complex prints about this size.
Yeah.
And I arranged the tracing, did all the carving, the full set of blocks, printed 200 of each one, wrote the story, got the packaging ready, and I did it once each month. So it was, 5 weeks work for me to start to finish for a print of this complexity, including making 200 copies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can really move along if you're allowed, if people keep out of your way.
Yeah.
To do this. But having said that, it's because I had a mortgage and 2 hungry kids, and you get to it.
Yeah.
I spent last night on something I shouldn't have done. I finished most of the critical stuff on my to-do list. Blocks went to Ome, prints went to Ome, this was going to be done here this morning, this and that. So I worked on the order entry software.
Oh, okay. More changes coming? Uh-oh. All automated? All right. Cool. Sounds great.
From the PayPal IPN right through to Ome.
All right.
But with one exception, we still need to interface with the OS to do the PDFs.
Okay,
I cannot
that makes
get
sense.
around that barrier.
Yeah. Well, cool.
And it needs an operator check. Because when a new order comes in, because people order without customer numbers,
Yeah.
there still needs to be a verification. Is this a new customer or is this Mr. Tester running another order? So it has to pop up a screen for you.
Saying, is this someone we've seen before?
And it shows you all the names of the people who it thinks might be a match.
Cool.
If there aren't any, you say, no, it's a new one.
It's a new guy.
Or, no, it's that guy. There we go.
Excellent. Wow. Awesome.
What I hadn't known was that in the PayPal IPN system, I had looked first and couldn't find it, thought it wasn't there, but there's a custom field. You're allowed to send custom information. So when we send it out, when they click to go to PayPal now, PayPal can know which session number it is.
Oh, okay.
And that was a link. There was no link to that before.
Yeah, right.
The session number from our shopping cart wasn't transmitted to PayPal.
Yeah.
It turned out that there is a way to do that. So once the PayPal IPN comes back, it's got the session number in it now, which means we can match it
Yeah.
with the customer order, verify that it's paid, so bang, it can go straight through into your software. So. Sorry guys, you guys don't know what we're talking about. See, the camera's just been, I'm working as hard as I can on taking Cameron's job away from
Yep. So I can do something different too. Cool. This one says you could generate the PDF programmatically. I don't
Well, if
know.
you know something about this, let me know, please. We're on if there's software that can run on my iMac at the OS level we have, that is automatable. What's the word? Automatable. Our bookkeeping software itself is archaic and doesn't know how to write PDFs.
Yeah.
So Dave could try and get the documentation from Adobe and create PDFs right from scratch. I don't really think I want to spend the time learning how to do that. So at the moment, when we need a PDF, the invoices our software generates are PDF. They're batched inside our software. It pops up for Cameron, and the Mac OS has a thing. Instead of print, it allows you to save as PDF.
Yeah.
And the OS then creates the PDF based on the, it's probably based
Print
on
module. Right now.
what do you call it? The PS data. I don't know. I can't remember the word. I don't know.
So are you using PHP? You can pump out PDF from PHP.
We're doing that on the online stuff. This is a module that's running on our computer inside. This is secure stuff. This is customer data that is not running in a module online.
Yeah.
We do that also when we do for example, the mailing labels for
Yeah,
Patrips. That's all PDF created through a PHP module.
Yeah. Speaking of PDFs done online, any hints on getting them to print Japanese characters?
Oh, yeah,
even?
so.
If you've got an idea on that, that would be excellent.
Good. Because the PHP module that we have been using up to date will not handle multi-byte characters. So it's ancient. So yes, rather than blow you away, more. If you know more about that, please.
Yeah, help on...
The PHP module that will help us write PDFs with Asian character sets.
Yeah. Becker clarified. PS in this situation means PostScript,
That's
not
the word. I'm sorry.
Photoshop.
That's the word I was looking for. I'm sorry. PostScript. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't get. Sorry that the work is not so interesting today, but it's a job that has to be done. It's got to be done this morning. These have to go to Jed right now.
Yep. He's excited to receive the next batch of these.
It's the timing is too bad, because she's working on some Kirby's.
Right.
Chiharu-san's working on links.
Yeah.
They're all going to come through one, then a week later another one, then a week later another one. Yeah. Oh, did you reply to Jed? I know. We sent last week to Jed 2 physically separate packages.
Yes.
And inside each package, I wrote on there. This one is. I wrote.
This one is for signing. This one's
And
for
I wrote
you.
on every individual, not each print package. I wrote the same thing.
Okay.
But he was worried about it. He was asking.
Yeah, so I did write to him and let him know, yes, they're clearly marked. Please make sure you read all the notes included on the outside and the inside, that they are marked. Darman RC1136 has a Stack Overflow link. It says PHP PDF generate issue for Japanese characters. So
okay, thank you.
That would be excellent. We'll take a look later.
Do you know the name of the module that was being referenced or used?
Should I open the link or save it for later? You need to change your encoding to UTF-8.
Of course, our whole system runs UTF-8. Of course. It's more than that. The PDF script writer, the script that writes PDF that we're using, of course, understands PDF UTF-8.
Yeah. But instead of Japanese characters, we just get question marks.
Yeah, actually, it's not that simple. I know.
Right.
That is because that's an encoding issue. It's not.
Right.
The module is running UTF-8.
Yeah.
And the fonts are there. I know that was the problem. So it was the module we're using. Well, it's been a couple of years since I tested this. I can't remember.
So they're using TCPDF library for PDFs. TCPDF.
No, the one we're using was something. It was a single letter FPDF or something like this. I can't remember.
So
Take a look later. Yes, I will. I am
Excellent.
very interested. Thank you for the hint. I will absolutely look at this.
Yeah.
And again, because I don't. Last time I tried this, and it would have been a year plus ago.
Yeah,
when we set up the Patreon campaign, that's when I tried it.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Been a
So
while.
I haven't tested it since then, or hunted around since then.
Yeah. John Becker, thanks for answering the question. Yes, embossing carver and printer names. That's what we're up to. Some new people are joining us.
Yeah, no, I zoomed in and showed earlier. Let's do it again. Is it there? I can't see.
Yep.
There we are. So this is it. It's a polymer plate.
Hori Kawasaki.
And it's Hori carving Kawasaki, the Noriko Kawasaki, who's carving for us, and then this is Suri printing Yamamoto Shun. And what I didn't understand, Karen, we've got her last name only and his last name first name.
I
don't
saw that
quite
too.
know how we got that. I don't remember the process. And I hunted in your drawer for this. We didn't have one.
We didn't have another one?
No, we didn't know. What we had was Yamamoto-san. Up to now, he's been doing Ukiyo-e Heroes.
Right.
So it's Bull Yamamoto and Bull Kubota. We had this ready, but this is the first time that a Kawasaki one has gone to Yamamoto-san. So I had to. Oh my God, am I in trouble now? Last night, 10 o'clock or whatever. I went up to your drawer, dug through your drawer, and yes, there's a ton of them.
Okay, so we do have.
Yeah,
some. They just weren't pre-made.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're pre-mounted onto the board.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
So
I think it might have been a request from her not to include her personal name.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, maybe. So to reiterate on those Tushiban things, just keep making them. Whenever you're ordering some, just order more or put extra names in, or just whatever. Just make sure there's a ton of stuff in that drawer. Because when we need it, we need it.
Yeah, we need it that
we
day.
We don't have that combination.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Because I randomly clicked on this stream a few weeks ago, and it's quickly become the only stream I watch consistently, other than Bob Ross. So thanks for the help.
Cool. Not much going on this morning, though. I'm sorry. So.
But it's not the first time we've heard Bob Ross and Dave Grohl mentioned in the same sentence.
How's that time? There's other stuff I want to do.
It's only 8:49.
Okay, good. Okay. Should be about 5 more minutes here, and we'll get on to the next stuff.
Close to the end.
What we should do, when I finish this batch here in about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, let's do the show and tell then. because the next job I'm going to do is also quick. It'll take quite a long time. It may run
To the end.
Yeah. So let's finish this one. Do the show and tell, and then I'll go back to my next job.
Wait, Fabiola has headed upstairs.
Ah,
She just waited.
test printing today.
Yeah.
She's going soon. She's leaving Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
Was that,
So this is her last full week.
is that today? Did he show?
It didn't show up yet. There it is. The 30th. So,
Mother.
yeah, a couple weeks. 3 weeks.
There's something else I was supposed to chat with you about, but I have forgotten what it is. I don't know how to
Hey,
pronounce it.
Yamamoto-san, this picture, PDF.
I don't remember. He's done a nice job again, you know. Hunteri's done a nice job, you know.
Those are some smooth colors.
I want one of these, you know. I can't afford them.
You can't afford them. Is that a test one back there?
Yeah, this is a test paper.
Got it.
What happened was they came to us wet. They were still very wet last night,
Oh, no.
or yesterday afternoon. So I had to go and put them up on the drawing boards.
Yeah.
So they just became randomized. But he had sorted them out with his own test sheets on the front and stuff
Got
like
it.
that.
Cross your fingers, Dave. Maybe one will show up on Yahoo Actions, then you can afford it.
It's funny, I've never seen any of the Ukiyo Heroes prints in the secondary market anywhere. I've never seen a single example of them anywhere in the secondary market. I don't go hunting. I don't look on eBay every night and
Yeah,
stuff like
but you
this.
don't get any notifications about
No.
them.
And I think I mean, the people who buy these things from Jed and from us, whatever, they buy them because they love them and they like them.
Yeah,
For
they
the
want
most
them.
part, they're younger people.
Okay.
So there's no reason for them to be coming in the market. You know, a generation from now, when the people who've been buying these are getting elderly and dying and their kids are cleaning up their houses and
Yeah.
stuff like that, that's when we'll see them start to come out. But nobody's selling them.
Interesting.
Well, this part of the reason too is, remember, it's not an investment. Because Jed and I still make them,
Right.
we're still selling them at basically the same price we've been doing for the past 7-8 years, and there's been no reason to raise it.
Yeah.
So there's no increase in the value. It's somebody who bought one for us in the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
If they were trying to sell it now, they're welcome to. But because we are still also selling the same product, it limits the there's a ceiling on what that thing will be worth, you know.
Yeah.
Unless somebody wants, oh my God, it's rickshaw cart print number 13, one of the very first ones done, you know, something
Yeah.
like this. I don't know.
Google Ukiyo Heroes, or in eBay, and almost everything is, instead of the prints, the pins that Jed has been
They're
selling.
on eBay already? Oh, because
Yeah.
he does limited editions on those things,
Yeah.
doesn't he? What a different game. I should keep
Yeah.
quiet. Just get me out of this.
That and lots of copies of the documentary on DVD. People are selling.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Can we buy one?
Yeah. Oh, they have a Blu-ray one too.
Are they region controlled?
Looks like some are. Let's see. If it's Blu-ray, the region is the same for US and Japan.
Really?
DVDs are different regions. So
Blu-ray. Like out there in the world, there's a Blu-ray DVD in the marketplace of me
Yes.
as a movie star.
Yep, as a
Cameron,
movie
I want
star.
one. I want one. I want
Right.
one.
Can you afford it? It's a little under 2,000 yen. I think. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Lots of copies of those and lots of pins.
Really? So my movie has been remaindered. I'm in the bargain bin. Or worse.
No comment. No.
Or worse. Or worse.
Worse. No.
What's the problem here, Cameron? Why is my voice cracking?
I know.
My movie.
Yep.
I mean, what's that thing? IMDb or so this
Yeah.
database online, right?
Internet movie database.
And I'm
Yeah.
in there as a star, actor. You know?
Yep.
I didn't say star, but actor. You list all the actors in all the movies out there, and I'm in there. What a cosmic joke. What a cosmic joke. Like when my kids were teenagers, getting to the point where, oh, Daddy, they used to think I was God, when kids are 6 years old.
Yes.
But when they get to be teenagers, they learn that you're not God. It's okay, that's fine, that's life. But as teenagers, my kids are like 13, 15. If you'd have told them, your dad is going to be in the IMDb, listed in the actors section, they would have just rolled their eyes so far they would have popped out of their head.
Yeah. Yep.
And there I am. And we get good reviews too.
Yeah.
What a cosmic joke.
People are holding on to them like Bitcoin, hoping the price goes up
We're talking
again.
about the Prince or
Yes,
my
the Prince.
movie?
Heroes come up every so often.
My movie. At least with these things, you can enjoy it while you're holding on to it.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is whatever. But,
Vernon Wood has an interesting comment or question. Have you seen Fabiola's chisels or knives? It says, I want one of those chisels that fits in your hand like a gun.
power grip. They're called power grip.
Power grip. Okay,
Power
that's
grip.
it.
They're useless to me because they don't allow the control of the stroke. But it's very common among Westerns to use them. And they come highly recommended. Fabiola says, oh my God, she couldn't do without that.
Oh.
She can lean into the whole thing,
Yeah.
She braces the plank against something on the bench and leans into it. If you just Google up power grip, Matsumoto Sanshausen,
Okay.
down there, they're overseas, they're just, doesn't make any sense.
Widely available.
Yeah.
Okay.
And meaningless to me, but whatever.
Does the shop still take Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash?
No, not at all, not at all.
No, after it went so volatile. that-
Yes, two things became a problem. The volatility became a problem, and then the transaction time became a problem. It became hours to get a transaction done, and we needed the transaction to be finished in the shop. The customer standing here
Yeah.
shoots the barcode on my screen, transfer is made, he walks out with the prints. When it's a 3-hour or longer transaction window, we can no longer do this.
Yeah.
And it obviously became clear. Bitcoin, as in the beginning, was an attempt to be a currency, an exchange of what's the word, to be used in a marketplace.
Right.
And now it's not. That function is now completely lost. It's now something that people it's an investment tool to hold and gamble with.
Yeah.
So I took the signs down. Meaningless.
Yeah.
And then transaction fees themselves also
Were
went
really
sky high.
Got it. 3 even. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it says Bitcoin Cash is a slightly different thing and does have instant transaction time, so it may be something to look at, but the volatility was still not much fun.
Yeah. We did it as a convenience, and we also did it because I wanted to learn and keep in with it in case it turned out to be something transformative. I wanted to make sure I was on top of it.
Yeah.
And for a very short time, it was interesting and it was useful, and we were on top of it for a very short window, a year or so. And then bang, the end of the world came, and that was that.
The end of the world came.
It's too bad because during the year or so we were doing it, we took in lots of Bitcoin. There's whatever, 20, 30, 40 coins in total have passed through my hands.
Yep.
It's no good me saying, oh my God, if I had kept them, because I couldn't. I needed to pay staff. That's the problem. Dave here can't take the luxury of accepting money and putting it in the bank. We accept money and we pay Cameron with it.
Spread it out,
Whatever,
yeah.
yes, of course. So it's too bad.
Yeah.
Everybody's got that story. Oh my God, if I had kept my 17 bitcoins, whatever.
Yep.
I guess that's why they're still keeping the bits that they have in case the same thing happens again.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Our business is making good woodblock prints, not playing markets.
Yeah.
Because when minnows play markets, the sharks win. Almost done. We got 2 or 3 sheets left here. Hang on a sec, guys. Thanks for your patience with this. Well, all of our work really is inherently boring, but this one is particularly boring. Show and tell, Cameron. And what we've done is we've packed them, but
Okay.
we need a story, of
Yes.
course. And I started looking last night, and the thing that you have prepared already.
Yeah, the translation was more from his
Yes,
perspective.
exactly,
It was,
exactly,
yeah.
as you know. So,
Yeah.
I'd like to get
So
on
it's
that.
information that we can rework maybe a little bit and add new information, but it was
Okay, I'm almost here. You can start to talk
Yeah.
about this.
Okay.
There's a young man called Kashiwagi-san.
Kashiwagi-san, and he is doing something very interesting. I don't want to. I feel like you should do the big reveal,
Okay,
but
I got 2 sheets left, so just hang on a minute. Yeah, okay.
it's already mentioned.
Okay.
Yamamoto-san though is the printer though.
Right, yeah, I'll start. Okay, I know a young man visited us about a year ago. Just about a year ago exactly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so.
And his grandfather had been a printer in our field.
Yes.
A traditional classical printer. And the reason they came to us at first to see, he came along together with Yamamoto-san, the young man who printed this one today. Those 2 guys knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought along a batch of prints that they had found in the family home or homes or wherever. A collection of old prints that had been printed by his grandfather.
Yeah.
And some of these things were of huge interest to us. And it's not often that we come up with a stack of Meiji Taisho-era prints that have just been sitting in a drawer, and especially nice ones collected by a guy who really knew what they were and what was doing.
Yeah.
So conversation went this way, went that way, went really, really well. And another thing came up as part of the conversation. I guess I asked the young man, "What do you do? What's your job?" And he said, "I work for this company." Again, I can't remember the exact conversation, but I do remember the hesitancy. He wasn't really sure if he wanted to tell me about this or that I would be interested in this. And while I'm asking him this, Yamamoto-san also looks sideways at him and is looking. And I'm like,
What's the secret?
What's
Spill it.
going on? Spill this. What's happening here? What's going on? What's going on? It turns out, and this is going to be the big reveal here, it turns out that he works for a company that is using industrial lasers for this and for that and for this and for that. And this young man who knew about his grandfather's work was sort of playing with the idea that maybe he could use his knowledge of his industrial work together with his knowledge and his history of the different woodblock print stuff, blah, 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 blah. You can see where this is going.
Yeah.
Cameron's going to answer the
check
phone,
the phone.
and I'm going to put a package on the table here. Yamamoto-san,
Give it on this.
It's Yamamoto-san on the phone.
Hi.
What? Tell him to get online.
はい。電話変わりましょうか。
Whatever. Excuse the break here. It's Yamamoto-san, the printer.
はい。大丈夫だと思います。It's going to come sometime this morning.
Yeah.
はい。9時半から何時からです。はい。問題ないです。はい。はい。はい、お伝えし
昨
ます。
日ちょっとはっきり言います。昨日宅急便で送った次のだから箱今日届くよって
昨日箱を送ったそうです。
2つ。
2つ送りましたので、今日中に到着する予定です。はい。はい、ありがとうございます。OK、はい。はい、ありがとうございます。はい、失礼します。はい、 said he'll be here between 9:30 and 10. So
Good news, bad news, we don't know, whatever.
I don't know. He
Wow.
said I want to tell him directly he wants to talk to you. So let's see.
Could go either way. Who knows? Who
Yes,
knows?
it
Who
could
knows?
be excellent news or it
Wow.
could be
Printers.
trouble.
Anyway, these guys have been talking about this. So John Becker knows where this is. This is the Wako building. This is the Yamanogaki, which they have disguised so you can't actually read it. No good for you know why?
Yeah.
Because Japanese
Copyright
are
issues.
stupid with this. You know, I don't remember what this building is. It's next door to Yamanogaki. This is the Wako building, looking down the Ginza. Mitsukoshi on the right hand side.
What are the bubbles doing in the sky?
Well, this is the thing. They've used, some pigments that are used for spraying color onto automobiles finishes.
Yes.
To give it a kind of, and you can see, I don't need to get the camera. It shines.
Yep. The colors change slightly as you move it.
And I guess what they've tried to make it look like is like lens drops. It's a camera
Yeah.
taking a picture. You know, I don't really.
Yeah,
know
there's
the-
water droplets on the lens
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah. Here's a brand new print. It's Tokyo Evenings is the series, and this one is Ginza in the Rain, and it harkens back. There's a Koitsu print, is it? In
Yes.
the early Koitsu, we don't have it here.
We don't have it
anymore.
but yeah.
There's an early Shinhanga print pre-war with a similar mood. Koitsu did something. Also, I think Kawamatsu did another job of it. Rain in the downtown Tokyo. Anyway, point being, this is a lens flare. So we get lens flare. This is a brand new woodblock print. It has just been published October the 4th,
So
which was 3 days ago.
yeah.
And we are going to be the dealer here in Tokyo for these things. They're also available in Japan online from their own website. And as soon as Cameron gets busy with it, it'll be available online from our own website.
Yes.
Brand new, printed by Yamamoto-san, the guy who just printed the print you just saw, and carved by Kashibagi-san's industrial lasers.
Yes.
Carved by laser. No human hands were involved in the cutting of the blocks for this print. All the printing, every speck of it was done in the traditional way with Japanese washi and a bearing. And there are going to be people who go like, what? Why are we doing this? Why is it part of our work here? What's going on? Is Dave retiring? Are we going to switch to lasers? No, and no. Already in our shop, there's the Mike Lyon print. Can you grab that so we can give a pop at it, please? Left. Yeah, at the back somewhere.
Okay, at the back.
Mike Lyon and I, back in 2006, did an experiment. Maybe see, probably better if you show it over there. I guess. This is carved by a CNC machine, hand built by Mike Lyon, and we did it as an experiment. Yeah, it's showing good, nice. Thank you. Good. And it was okay. It was a nice, interesting experiment, and it came out okay. The print is not so interesting, whatever. And the reason we didn't do any more was because simply the definition wasn't there. It was a CNC machine gouging and we couldn't get down much less than 0.5 millimeter or so. And also it popped out bits of wood here and there. It was kind of a rough deal. But it was a fun experiment. Mike and I did it, put it behind us. I continued carving by hand, and Mike moved on himself to using this technique for his own woodblock prints.
Oh, okay.
MikeLine.com, whatever, he's doing his own work with CNC routed blocks printed by his own handmade press. Anyway, to jump forward, Kashiwagi-san has cut this by laser, and he says he's now got it down with the laser, as we said, 4 lines in any given millimeter, in a test on really, really hard wood.
Yeah.
This is laser carved on cherry wood, and the laser will carve down to a depth of about a millimeter or so.
Okay.
And what he's done is it's straight down for the first 0.4 millimeters, then it tapers out from there, and then it's flat.
Yeah.
And gouging out the wider areas are still done by hand. Oh, I told him that could be CNC, just whatever. Just get yourself another rig and CNC it. And can you bring me one more print? Can you bring me Shinjuku, please? Toshiyoshi.
Yes.
Sorry to make you do it. Go for it here, Karen. So, okay, Exhibit B. This is Toshiyoshi Shinjuku, 1937. Woodblock print. It's been around for nearly 100 years. And this is done the same way. Not with a laser. Toshi drew it with a brush. They sent it out to a printing company that sent back a metal plate. So the Toshi Yoshida prints, this is a metal key block, and then the color blocks are done by wood. So what we're doing in here with this print, this is nothing radically different and turning our business upside down. It's just another mechanical way to do a small genre of our prints.
Yeah.
Kashiwagi-san also brought me an ukiyo-e print he had reproduced. I don't
Right.
have it here because we're not going to sell them.
Right.
He spent weeks/months tracing an old ukiyo-e print on a huge, large enlargement, like I do with my prints here when we're doing reproductions. Sent that illustrator data to the laser, and it carved it pretty well.
Yeah.
And that print came out, and if you hadn't known, you would have thought it was carved by hand.
Mm-hmm.
He asked us, do you want some of those prints too? I said, no, thanks. For me, there's no point. One, we like carving the ukiyo-e prints.
Yeah. Zoom in a little bit.
Second is there's no reason for it. But a print like this, which fits exactly that Shinhanga tradition, where we don't need delicate flowery lines, we just need the work done for the key block. And here we go. So we're going to do this. He's going to publish them. His company is called, remind me, Cameron,
Miyako Dori.
let's say Mudabori. So, Miyako Dori,
Just
what, Capital Street? Dori, which
no,
Dori?
Dori is bird.
Bird,
yeah,
really.
the bird kanji. So
The bird
of the capital.
Whatever, capital city.
Yeah,
That's in
capital
capital.
city.
And that would have been the workshop name his grandfather had.
Yes.
So he's used his grandfather's workshop name. It's down here somewhere. Can we? Is it going to be zoom inable? I don't know.
It's the stylized stamp
Okay.
here.
So this will be the stamp of his workshop, Miyako Dori. Here they've done. This is all laser. The laser has done this. Printed by Shun Yamamoto. This is hand printed from a laser cut block.
They're all different. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't quite like it. T. Kashiwagi. This is the publisher's name. This is the signature of the designer.
Tsuchimochi
I forget.
Shinji.
Sushi Mochi. Can't even read it. This is the title. Ame no Ginza, Rain in the Ginza, and Tokyo Nights. And the date. And they are not going to do limited editions, which they're going to do it exactly the same as the Yoshida people have been doing all these years. And the work, how about the work? What is it? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I've packed them so I can't see the back. This is rich, deep printing by Yamamoto-san.
I do have a few pictures of the back.
Okay, now, so when we get the website ready, okay.
Yeah.
So. I myself, I think they've gone a bit too far, this splashing car and stuff like that. I think there's too much murky detail for my personal taste. I would have preferred to see less murkiness and just too much noise
More
in
definition.
here for my taste. I would have liked to see glowing light. I can't see the wetness here. To me, it doesn't look wet. I get it, they've done reflections, but it's not just reflections that make water. And I myself don't see water here. There is water, there's a splash and whatever, and there's a wiggle. But I'm sorry, I don't see it. So my beef is not with the carving and printing, it's the designer. I think they've put too much noise in here. And I asked Kashiwagi-san about this question. How much of this is a photograph and how much is drawn?
Yeah.
And Kashiwagi-san, he sort of mumble. There's a photograph involved here. The guy went out, took a bunch of pictures, brought him back in, excuse me, to his computer and played with it. And I think what Kashiwagi-san was in the bottom area here, he said, is not photographic. It's very much drawn and played around with by hand in Illustrator.
Yeah.
Or Photoshop, I don't know. So that part I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's not that Miyako Dori. No, this is the one I thought was Miyako Dori.
Yeah. Just
It's two kanji. Miyako kanji, and then Dori. Tori, bird.
30. Yeah. How much will it cost? Their price they're asking.
Oh, they're 30,000 yen.
Yeah.
30,000 yen. So on the English price, they're going to be. These are going to have the shipping included.
Yeah.
So it'll be just over $300.
Yeah.
Just over $300. Someone's asking, who decided the color scheme? This is the designer. Tsuchimochi
Shinji.
He presumably went and sat down with Yamamoto-san together, or he either gave Yamamoto-san a fully worked up Adobe file, and Yamamoto-san simply copied that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can ask him when he's here this morning. Sorry.
Yeah.
The other little part of the story, a year ago when he first came here, he asked about our interest in this, and I said, yeah, sure, let's explore this. I wasn't upset about this or angry or anything at all, And I can't remember the exact sequence of the story. So maybe a few months later or something, he came back with the first test prints. Yeah, he did. He brought a Kuniyoshi or a Yoshitoshi print that he actually tested with us.
Yeah.
But before he came here to talk to me, he had gone to Adachi, he said, to try and see if they were going to be interested in printing this or marketing it or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said, Adachi-san, luwa para. blew up, screamed, went red in the face, threw him out, and slammed the door. But I've been there, done that, but for a different reason. And at that time, I guess, was just, no, we don't want to see this, lasers. And to me, for a publisher like me to do that, to say, get out of here, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it's this, nope, don't want to see that, nope, I can't hear this, nope, nothing happening here.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's happening, it's out there, people are going to do this.
Yeah.
So let's get in there, put my fingers in the pie, look, let's make better color here, let's do this, do what I can to help make better prints here. And especially when you have this tradition, where this is what's been going on for 100 years anyway.
Yeah.
When people ask us about the key lines, oh my God, it's a metal key block, it's the end of the world. It's not. There's 3 reasons behind why they did this, and all 3 of them are critical to this print coming to life. Number 1 is, yes, it did save them money.
Yeah.
This has 57 blocks? I can't remember, 57
Some absurd
printings.
number.
It's an absurd number, and it doesn't make any sense economically. So to try and reduce your costs is important to getting this into the market. Second, the key lines here are actually not vital to a print.
Yeah.
In the case of an ukiyo-e print, that flowing line, the sharpness of the line, the whole print is about the key line.
Yeah.
So to have a carver, a human being, cut it and put some taste in was important. The key lines here don't matter. It's irrelevant. You can't even see them in a finished print.
Yeah.
What's important here are the colors and the depths and the tones. And that part is 100% still done by human beings.
Yeah.
And then the third one was, which Toshi put, I spoke to him about this personally. He said, I don't want no carver changing my lines. When he drew it, sent it to the printing company, what you get is what he drew.
Yeah.
If he had drawn it and sent it to me, what he gets is Dave Bull's interpretation of his lines. And he said, no way, I'm going to do this. I'm the boss. So there's those 3 factors, and they're all in play here. Of course, cost. They could never afford to have this carved completely by hand.
Yeah.
Second is, Tsuchimochi-san gets his print exactly as he designed it.
Yeah.
And the third thing is, again, there are no flowing lines that needed a human touch to create. It doesn't matter. The shapes might as well be carved by computers.
They're wondering, did you hear how many blocks are in this one?
I'm sorry, I don't. Do you have the data on that? I
No,
don't know. I
didn't
would
hear
love to
anything.
hear it. There's a list of questions for Yamamoto-san when he gets here this morning.
Yes.
I don't know. And make that part of the website when we
Okay,
get that up
yeah.
there, how many blocks and all that stuff, how many printings. So there we have it. For some people, it might be the end of the world. For me, I've been looking forward to this for a year, and it was in our shop. It's gone into our shop as of yesterday. Each print will come, of course, with an explanation sheet on the back explaining what's going on, which Cameron's going to write 15 minutes from now when he gets upstairs. So
Yes.
there you have it. What's the consensus? End of the world or just another step forward? Who knows?
Yeah, everyone got quiet, so I think the apocalypse.
They're all gone.
They're all
Number of
gone.
viewers, 0.
Yeah.
Cameron, we've committed suicide. We've
No,
killed our
done.
channel.
Now we just need to set up a camera to watch the laser all day.
There it is. I wonder if is he doing that? He's a high-tech guy.
Should.
That
It would be
cool.
interesting, yeah.
If we could do a video, I'll get some video about that,
Yeah, that would be really cool. If there were synthetic block material that had better carving and printing properties, would you use it instead of wood?
This is an open question, and I'm very much eager to hear that we are having so much trouble with our wood. We talked about this a little while ago, that there's researchers working on not synthetic wood, but I don't know what the word for it is.
Artificially grown
Artificially
wood?
grown wood, yeah. Wood grown in a laboratory in flat, clean slabs that have perfect wood grain and stuff like that. And I want that tomorrow.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
So yeah, I don't know, a GMO wood or whatever. Give it to me. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If it turned out that there was, people have, there's this MDF and there's this and there's that.
Yeah.
I use boxwood for this.
That's true.
So I use something other than cherry.
Yeah.
If somebody came along with a substitute, put it in the desk and said, Dave, try carving this. And I carved it, and it was flat and clean and smooth. It would do tiny fine lines.
Yeah.
It would be impervious. You could rub 1,000 copies. It would be okay.
Yeah.
It was water absorbent, so water went inside. I think I would die for that.
Yeah.
I think I would die for that. What's the important thing in the product that we pass on to our customer?
Yeah.
The fact that it was Yamazakura prunus, the tree name, or the fact that somebody did this and this and this and this and this and this and made some decisions.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
I don't know, Yeah, from where I'm sitting right now, if there was a wood substitute, yeah, I would use it. So the question comes in, where, Dave, you've accepted this, you're skiing down this slippery slope here, where are you going to get off?
Yeah.
The point where I get off is where I don't get to do it anymore. I want to do this.
Yeah.
So in the case of carving, I want to carve. These guys are doing this, and they're doing this in their own.
Yeah.
I'm not going to switch our production to lasers because I want to do this. And the printing, same thing.
Yeah.
They're still behind us. There's no way you can print this mechanically yet.
Yeah.
At some point, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Somebody will publish it. Go for it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't put those in our shop. Whatever. It's an ongoing thing. So maybe, yeah, we need a cartoon of Dave skiing down the slippery slope as fast as he can to try and make beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Inconsistent? Am I being what's the word? In saying one thing and being inconsistent.
Hypocritical.
Is it hypocritical? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Considering what I just did this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Casey, you know. I don't know.
Oh yes, yeah.
This Casey. This is a young guy. We talked about this last week. Taran Casey. He's got an Instagram. What's his name? Ginkgo Hunger or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Ginko underline Hunger something. If you Google Taran Casey, he's a young Brit. He's 26 years old. He's not fresh off the boat. He's been here a year or so now. And he is adamant that he is going to become the best woodblock carver that has ever existed. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in his face. He didn't say that to me face to face because he's a bit more polite than that. But he's here to kill me. He's here to kill me. I mean, as in, do better work. And I'm like, I'm laughing at this. Bring it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on my way out. So to see somebody on his way up is no threat at all. Let's do this thing. So the point I'm trying to make was, even in this era of all these lasers and whatever, Taran is here, 26. Bring it on. And he knows about this. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I think we're okay.
GINKO underscore.
Put it. It's his Instagram handle. And he's not studying here. He's over at the Takami workshop. He's studying with Asuka Sensei.
Yeah.
And it's been announced he is now officially going to become Asuka-san's apprentice as of next April.
Cool.
So we lost, but it's okay. It's better that he's over there. Kawai-san, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
最初のパーティー、僕は上で3回、杉さんと一緒に試し刷りの仕事ありますから。で、キルさん来る予定、マルバイさんでしょ。あ、マルセロさんも来る。じゃあ、I'm out of here. I am out of here. Good. 夜の間にもようやく入ってますから、まだ入ってない。That's it. I guess count it. That's it. Okay, no, we're not signing off time. What time is it?
9:22.
Okay, what we should do is, I don't have time to do all this, but let me just show some of the other things that are on my bench here. Okay,
I'll return this print too.
What else I'm supposed to be doing today? I did this batch of test prints. The next batch on my desk here. Oh, look at this. It says Mr. A. Kawaii, 46
He just walked in.
copies. He just walked in. Take a look at this.
Looking nice.
Tell the crowd what you think about it.
Perfect.
It's not perfect.
Okay, I asked for that. It's Kawaii-san here, and he did the batch. And this says, horrible, Suri Atsushi Kawaii. Kawaii Atsushi. I'm reading upside down, whatever. And again, he has done a very, very nice job on these. This is a tough one. Kawaii-san, 一番難しい点って何?
まあ髪の毛の色をきれいに出すかな。
Could you forget how to speak English?
You asked in Japanese.
Okay. I'm not doing very well today. All right, sorry.
Like a beautiful line. そう潰しですね。潰しとあとヘアラインにこういかにビューティフルに出すかってことなんだけど。
The point he's trying to make is to get the solid, smooth color without spoiling the fine lines. It's tough, and the eyebrows too. They're fine
これ
lines.
濃さが different to light color is not interesting. So the darkness, control darkness.
The whole face was very, very difficult. We've overlapped. When I carved this, I carved feathering. fine lines up one way on top of fine lines the other way. And he's done a very, very nice job. これ板ぼかしでしょ？
板ぼかしだけどちょっと拭きながらやりましたね。水で軽く。Not too much.
Do you see the difference here? Look at, you see the gray here, and then the gray behind here. This one's got yellow behind it, and this one doesn't. And it's a very, very nice contrast.
Yeah.
Kawai-san, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll give you at least 100 yen for each of these. No
All
problem.
right.
Good, good.
Oh, good. 1万100円ぐらい。
1枚100円。
So good. More.
Wait a second. Yeah.
ブラックカンパニー。
It's a new rule. It's a new rule. もう
new rule.
これから返してになりますから。社長の給料のためにしょうがないです。申し訳ないです。
じゃあ社畜ですね。ジャパニーズカルチャー。
Oh, no.
ジャパニーズサラリーマン。
So as part of we
Living for only company.
So this is very up to now. It's been, as we said, kojin jigyo, proprietorship.
Sole proprietorship.
As of January 1st, it's a company, so that's it. So that's it. No more nice guy. No more pay for these people.
Yeah.
They can beg at my table for scraps. Overtime, mandatory overtime, midnight each day.
Oh, no.
We're going to become a normal Japanese company.
It's been really nice knowing you.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you notice the fine print in your contract? The no quit clause?
The no quit clause.
Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. These are so late. Cameron, there must be people yelling
There are
at you.
people
Where are my prints?
Asking where the prints are. But I've let them know that we were waiting a little bit longer and they'll be on their way soon.
This is Horichon-san and Suri. This is Kawaii. Not this Kawaii. This is
Another
the other Kawaii, Chiharu-san, who used to be known to all of us as Kanai Chiharu.
Right.
And has not just got married. She's just been unmarried and gone back to her maiden name, which is Kawaii. Different spelling from our Kawaii. Yeah. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. These are to die for. Look at another 100 prints, exactly the same. This is so boring. Look at this, they're just the same, one after the other, after the other. Did you see, you posted this on the other day on Facebook or something, did you?
Yes.
And Ken Hallett made a comment, he said, oh my God, I can't believe the registration
On that
fishing
line.
line.
Yeah. He's in here.
He's here or not?
Yeah, he is here.
Good, good, good. We have ways, Ken.
Yeah.
Is he saying anything about this?
Not yet. But
私じゃないです。そのメディア。
ブルさんが、そうか、じゃあ、おはようございます。
Hello, hello, hello.
あ、すみません。
まだストリーム途中、コンセント抜けないでください。
これちょっとパーティーのチェックです。
God, Cameron, these are just so.
they're very nice.
When I first saw it from Jed, I was thinking, this is kind of a maybe.
Not the favorite.
But I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. He was right. My touch is in here. We put on a few things. My touch is in here, and it's come out very, very, very nice. And it pushes Dave's buttons. Light. There's light shining from somewhere, from out of the view onto something. And this is what really, really pushes my buttons. When we see light coming from outside the printer onto an object.
Ken Hout says, I'm still amazed, even if you have your ways to get
We have
that
our
line.
ways. We have our ways. We have our ways. But yes. So. In fact, when Sugu-san first saw the design, she said, how are we going to do that fishing line?
Yeah.
How are we going to do the
It
fishing
crosses
line?
so many other
So
blocks.
it crosses how many? Well, I don't even know how many blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks or something. And it is perfectly lined up.
Yeah.
I said, Sugi-san, we have ways to make you talk. And one more. There's one more to open. This is
One more, man.
It's going to go Ome tomorrow, so I won't be here to show you. This came from our Ome workshop. This
yes.
is Tsushima-san over there. And this is nothing brand new. This has been out of our catalog for over 5 years.
Yes.
We've been out of stock on
Have
it.
you already turned it on, or should I do that right now?
I have no idea. Is our website ready for it or not? I don't know.
I'll check.
This is a semi-original. This is interesting. A set of blocks turned up years and years ago, before I was involved in the business. Frank Lloyd Wright found them and bought them. And they must be in, I don't even know where they are now, Chicago Institute or somewhere.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Anyway, Frank Lloyd Wright found these blocks, had them over there. And it was a set of what they called Harimazuzu. And each individual sheet had 3 or 4 smaller prints on the sheet, and they were sold as sheets that people would cut up and do whatever they want. And one tiny corner of one of the sheets was this design in really reduced colors. So years and years and years and years and years ago, this would be the year 1999 perhaps,
Wow.
whatever, when I was making my first Suleimanu album.
Yeah.
I stole that thing, blew it up, traced it, put it into my album, making up my own colors, bang, and away we went.
Yeah.
When we opened the shop here, of course, Suleimanu albums, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So we gave this to another one of our printers, name unknown for the reasons you'll hear in a moment, and she started printing some, got busy partway through doing something else, and it went into the refrigerator, the freezer, and got forgotten for a couple of years.
Yep.
And yet, what did we do? Why did it come out of play? Oh,
I think we just had several people
I
ask
needed
for
yeah,
it.
we got people asking, and I needed a job with Tsushima-san, so we took the block, sent him over to Tsushima-san.
They look
she
great.
She did a look at the depth of color on these
Yeah,
things.
it's amazing.
It's deeper on the back than it is on the front. She did such a good job. Anyway, long story short, it is now in the catalog after years and years and years of being out of the catalog. A really unknown Hiroshige print, and she's done such a nice job on it. This is the fun part of my job, when I get to open these things and look at them and then tell Cameron, get this into the catalog!
Turn it on now. At the bottom of the note, though, it says, Note 2, this print has not been sent to any other printers. This is one left over from Dave.
Well, then we got to change, rewrite it, of
remove
course,
that.
rewrite
Yeah.
it. You know how to do that.
Yep.
There we go. Now, I have got to get out of here. I have got to get upstairs. Suga-san is right now, a young lady upstairs is waiting for me to come up the stairs. She's sitting there with beating heart, waiting for Dave to run up the stairs.
We're also waiting for Yamamoto-san to show up in here.
Well, he can come up. He knows where we are.
Okay.
He knows where we are. Let's get to work. Okay, people, thank you very much. Let me put that other one back on the mat here so we can see this before we sign off. Rain in the Ginza, coming to life this week.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan here? Tomorrow I'm in Ome. I'm out of here to get one or two of my hairs cut. Chuk, chuk, chuk. And I'll be back here Thursday morning. What will I be doing? I don't know, because my job is done on this one. I am out of the loop.
Yeah.
I've done my checking. I have nothing to do. I don't
Nothing
exactly
to
have
do.
nothing to do. No.
I'm going to get a little video of Suga-san today. Doing
Good.
test printing. Yeah.
Good. Yes, absolutely. So the job's waiting for me, of course. The octopus is always sitting down here, but also I have got to get started carving on the first print for next year's series. Because the announcement has to be made for the series in like late November, and we need the first print ready. But that means they're going to see it.
Yep.
So maybe coming to a Twitch stream near you, the first top secret print in next year's top secret series of prints published and designed by Jed, Henry, and Dave in top secret format. Coming to a Twitch stream near you, maybe on Thursday morning, maybe
so.
next week.
Cool.
I haven't seen the conversation here, Ken. I guess you've been in charge
Yeah,
of it.
I've been looking. Things like... Everything looks okay. I think we're good to go.
I'm good to go.
All right.
I gotta get upstairs.
See you later.
Thanks, Ken. Bye-bye. See you with shorter hair on Thursday.